The car market is officially broken, and I'm not exaggerating, because while some SUVs are sitting on dealers' lots so long they're basically growing roots, others are disappearing so fast it's like they're getting teleported off the lot. And that tells you something powerful. Buyers are not shopping based on brand hype anymore, they're shopping based on survival. See, they want reliability, they want resale value. They want fuel efficiency. They want this won't bankrupt me ownership. And here's what's wild. The data actually proves it. CarEdge tracks something called market day supply, which is basically how many days it would take to sell every unit currently sitting in inventory based on the current sales pace. Now, low numbers means it's flying off lots. High numbers means it's sitting there collecting dust. In January 2026, CarEdge reported a list of the fastest selling SUVs in America, and spoiler alert, Toyota and Lexus basically own the top of the leaderboard again. So today we're counting down 12 SUVs that are selling insanely fast right now. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you the real reasons each one is in such high demand, because once you understand the why, then you'll see what the entire car market is about to look like next. And stay with me, because one SUV on this list is selling quickly, even though it's absurdly expensive, which makes the reason even more interesting. And just before we do take a deep dive, as always, it's imperative you hit that like button and subscribe so that you get notified the minute we produce another game-changing video that affects your car and your finances. And I promise you'll appreciate it. So buckle up and let's plunge straight in. So first off, let me give you the cheat code for this entire video. The SUVs flying off the lots fall into three groups. Group number one, affordable SUVs that people buy because they're getting crushed by inflation. Group number two, hybrids, because gas prices and commuting costs still scare people. And group number three, high demand, status, reliability SUVs, where buyers don't care what the payment is. They care about getting one before supply dries up. And the market day supply data backs that up, which is why you're going to see the same name show up again and again. So, all right, let's get to the countdown, starting at number 12 with the Toyota Corolla Cross. Now, in January 2026, it showed up among the fastest sellers with a market day supply in the mid-30s, meaning inventory turns over fast and dealers are not sitting on these. And it makes perfect sense. The Corolla Cross is basically Toyota saying, you want an SUV look, SUV seating position, SUV practicality, but you don't want the SUV payments. It's the anti-overpriced vehicle. People are buying this for the same reason that people buy basic appliances. It works, it's efficient, it's simple, and it won't punish you later. And there's another reason it's moving fast: insurance and ownership costs. See, smaller crossovers like this tend to cost less to insure, less to maintain, and they're easier on tire and brakes than heavier SUVs. Now that matters more than ever right now. Down to number 11. And at number 11, the Toyota Sequoia. Now this one surprises people because this is not cheap, it's big money. But it's still one of the fastest selling SUVs in the market day supply rankings. Now, why? Because, and this is a rare thing today, a full-size SUV that families trust with Toyota reliability baked into it. This is the I've got kids, I've got road trips, I've got a boat, I've got a trailer, and I'm not trying to break down in the mountains SUV. Also, it has a scarcity effect. You can't build infinite Sequoias overnight. And when demand stays high, people stop negotiating and they start hunting. And let's be honest, buyers in this category want confidence. They want something that can go 200,000 miles with minimal drama while still feeling premium and powerful. And that confidence is what Toyota sells. Down to number 10. At number 10, we have the Toyota Highlander, and it's one of the most dominant family SUVs in America. It's consistently among the fastest sellers, and in January 2026, CarEdge had it in the top 10 fastest selling SUVs with around a 30-day market day supply. And here's why. See, the Highlander is the definition of a safe decision. If you buy this vehicle, you're very unlikely to regret it. You're not buying it because it's exciting. You're buying it because it's dependable, practical, comfortable, and it will still be worth something years from now. So in a high interest rate world, people can't afford mistakes. So they buy the SUV with the lowest regret rate. And Highlander buyers especially care about safety. Toyota's driver assist tech, the strong crash reputation, and the family-friendly layout makes it the default yes. For parents, that is, SUV for parents. Down at number 9, we have the Lexus RX. So now we enter the luxury side without the European repair nightmares. The Lexus RX is one of the fastest selling SUVs, and the reason is brutally simple. People want luxury. They just don't want the maintenance bill that comes with it. Now, this SUV is the ultimate quiet flex. It looks premium, it feels premium, it rides premium, but it also has Toyota DNA underneath, which is the cheat code. And remember, when the market is nervous, luxury plus low drama becomes priceless. Now, the RX is also one of the vehicles that attracts repeat buyers. People lease one, love it, then they buy the next one. And that brand loyalty creates constant demand, which of course keeps inventory moving fast and prices stay strong. Down to number 8. At number 8, we have the Lexus RX Hybrid. Now let's talk about the smartest buyer in the room, because the Lexus RX Hybrid is even hotter than the standard RX. CarEdge lists it right near the top for fastest selling SUVs in January 2026. And this is what's happening. Buyers are saying, if I'm going to spend luxury money, I'm not also paying luxury gas bills. Hybrid demand is exploding because it reduces the financial pain, not just at the pump, but in the resale value too. Hybrids hold value better in unstable fuel price environments. And here's the hidden advantage. Hybrids tend to be smoother in daily driving. The low-end torque makes them feel more effortless around town, which makes the RX Hybrid feel even more refined than the gas model. Down to number 7. And at number 7, the Lexus NX. Now, the NX is one of the cleanest upgrade SUVs in America, and it's consistently ranked amongst the fastest sellers. Now, why? Because it's the gateway drug into luxury ownership. It gives you the Lexus experience without the Lexus RX price. It's the perfect size for modern life, city driving, commutes, small families, and people who want luxury but don't want a huge SUV. And the NX has become extremely popular with buyers who want something that feels premium every day, while still being sensible long term. Plus, Lexus does something brilliant here. It gives you that upscale interior vibe, quiet cabin, smooth ride, premium materials. So even if you're only buying the smaller Lexus, well, you still feel like you're driving something very special. Down to number 6. And at number 6, the Toyota RAV4. So now we arrive at the king of modern SUV demand. In January 2026, CarEdge reported the RAV4 as the fastest selling SUV in the market day supply rankings with roughly 24 days supply. And that, my friends, is insane. And it tells you everything, because the RAV4 is the default best decision SUV in America. It's efficient, it's reliable, it's practical, it's got great resale value, and it's available in hybrid trims that people love. This is what happens when a vehicle becomes a trusted tool instead of a toy. People don't consider it, they just buy it. And another reason it sells so fast is dealership confidence. Dealers know it won't sit, So they stock it heavily, push it hard, and buyers already show up pre-sold because the reputation is that strong. Down to number 5. And at number 5, the Cadillac Escalade. All right. So now we get into the big money category. The Cadillac Escalade is on the fastest seller list too. And if you're wondering how can that be, here's the answer. It's not a product, it's a symbol. See, people buying Escalades are not payment shoppers, they're identity shoppers. The Escalade is what you buy when you want the world to know that you've arrived, and you want space, presence, technology, comfort, and that commanding road dominance. Also, Cadillac doesn't flood the market with these, so demand stays high and inventory stays tight, meaning the market day supply stays low. And don't underestimate the rolling office factor. Escalade buyers treat it like a mobile command center, especially with the screens, the sound system, and the luxury comfort. So now we're down to number 4, and again, it's the Cadillac Escalade, but this time it's the ESV. Now, if you multiply the Cadillac Escalade by more, you've got the ESV. So if you multiply it by more length, more cargo room, more executive presence, well, the Escalade ESV is also one of the fastest sellers and has a very low market day supply. Now, this one exists for buyers who basically live in their SUVs. In other words, family road warriors, or executives with drivers, or celebrities, or security teams. See, it's a moving luxury lounge. And again, supply is never massive, so they sell quickly and often with very limited negotiation. Now, here's what makes the ESV different. It doesn't just add a little cargo space, it transforms the usability. You can load real luggage for a full family trip behind the third row, something that most 3 rows can't do. Now, that practicality in the luxury class makes it extremely desirable. So now we hit the top 3, starting at number 3 with the Mercedes-Benz G-Class. Now, here's the one that makes people's brains glitch. The Mercedes G-Class, it's one of the fastest sellers with an average price that's absolutely outrageous, and still it sells. Now, why? Because the G-Wagon is the Rolex of SUVs. Nobody buys it because it's rational. They buy it because it's a global status token. And it's one of the rare vehicles where the hype is so strong that the depreciation doesn't behave normally. Also, G-Class buyers don't shop, they hunt. And if they find the spec they want, well, they grab it. That is why it flies off the lot, even in a market where people are supposedly cutting back. Now, the G-Class has that cult-like following. Part military vehicle, part luxury icon, and that myth alone will keep the demand sky high. And now we're at the number 2. At number 2, we've got the Toyota Highlander top trim demand surge. Now, based on the data trends, there's a clear reality happening. When demand gets tight, the top trims of popular SUVs become their own market. And that's why Highlander demand keeps showing up as one of the fastest selling patterns in SUV inventory data. Families don't want just an SUV, they want the trim with the safety tech, the trim with the comfort package, the trim with the resale power. So as inventory shrinks, that demand compresses into the exact trims that people want, and those sell like crazy. And the wild part is the psychology. Buyers will literally wait weeks for the right one because they know this isn't a vehicle that you buy every year. They're making a 7 to 10 year decision, and when the right Highlander shows up, well, it's gone very fast. So now we're finally down to number 1, the market's gold standard, and we're talking about the Toyota RAV4. So the number 1 SUV that is simply flying off lots in 2026 is the Toyota RAV4. And yes, I'm repeating it because it matters. This is the SUV that perfectly matches what Americans are demanding right now. They want something that won't break. It won't destroy them in fuel costs. It won't collapse in resale value. It won't punish them with insane ownership costs. And that's why When the car edge numbers rank the fastest sellers, well, Toyota and Lexus dominate the list. Because the market isn't chasing excitement anymore, it's chasing certainty. And in 2026, well, the RAV4 is basically a financial decision that's disguised as an SUV. Now, the kind of vehicle you buy because it reduces future risk, and that's exactly what most buyers want right now more than anything else. So there you have it. That's the real list. The SUVs flying off lots and the psychology behind it. Now I want to hear from you. Which one surprised you the most, and which SUV do you think is overrated and doesn't deserve the hype? Do me a favor and drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and if you want another video that helps you save money in this insane car market, I've got one coming that exposes the SUVs that are sitting the longest, meaning those are the ones that you can negotiate the hardest. So make sure you're subscribed, and again, just before you leave, hit that like button because it tells YouTube to push this to more people who need it. Again, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.